a lack of toughness, a lack of awareness. I have the utmost respect for this Demon Deacon team. They're good, but going into the game, I didn't think, oh man, those guys really get fouled a lot. Oh man, they're really physical. Oh man, I didn't feel that way at all. But that's sloppy. That's lazy, and something that we need to correct. I think we're one of the league leaders in not fouling and keeping people off the line. I think it's a big part of it. I thought I better not say that.
Back outside. Came out outside. It should be finished. Cam and Matt came back still talking.
Not very well. Not very well.
I thought we had some guys that stepped up when we needed them to. I think a big thing Hunter does that goes underrated is just his defense. His defensive presence is huge. His intelligence as a basketball player, and that's something you can't really just replace. That comes from years of being on the court, years of relationships with the coaching staff and knowing what we want to do. So not having them hurts, but I feel it. But at the end of the day, we gotta keep moving forward and win some games.
It was a different role at Florida. And Keve Aluma threw an overhead pass in the first half in the NCAA tournament game and cut him severely across. He's got a scar.
Oh, was that him?
That was him. Cut him severely over top of his head. I had to chuckle. It wasn't funny at the time. The kid came out, looked like a Civil War injury, had his head all wrapped up during the course of the games. But his role was different on that Florida team. But like this guy, he's seen a lot of plays. Been around a long time. He's not fazed by anything. He's seen a number of different defenses, and this hedge and that trap and this and that, and he's putting together a very good team for a very good season for Wake Forest.
I thought they were just relentless. They just kept going. At the end of the day, it's more about Virginia Tech, more about what we can do better. We just didn't do the best that we could have did on the boards. We left a lot out there, and at the end of the day, that's going to come back to hurt you for sure.
And for Mike and Justin, first set of back-to-back losses.
That's till you've done this thing, fellas. Winning on the road is really hard, right? I don't care what league you're in. Going to Lexington and beating VMI is really hard. Going to Sanford, beating Wake Forest on the road, it's hard. And those are real feathers in your cap. And we've squandered 2 opportunities at BC and at Wake Forest. Hokies are going to be okay. Look forward to getting back in the friendly confines of Castle Coliseum. Just something to the effect, hey, pal, I am always pulling for you, except when we're playing. Nothing contentious whatsoever. Just, 2 old boys that have played each other a lot, several times in 2 different leagues. And I'm thrilled that he's in the Atlantic Coast Conference. I'm thrilled that he's at Wake Forest. And I want to see him succeed a lot here. I have great respect for this place, and I think the world of him.
Yeah, like you mentioned, just being able to stay together, just keep that composure no matter what's going on. I thought our coaches did a great job of bringing us together when, they started to make a little run. But at the end of the day, it's just basketball. Some teams are going to make runs, and then the other team is going to make a run. It's just about being able to respond. I think we got a really good team, but we're not playing to the best of our abilities right now. I think we got a long way to go.
Like, how is Hunter feeling? Did his injury turn out not as bad as?
Oh, he feels great. Feels great. He's close. He's really close. I thought today, we had a shot to play him today, but he's very close. I think he'll play on Wednesday. He's feeling good. I just thought it was in his best interest and our team's best interest to hold on to him for a night here. He's still a little tender. He's still got some bruising on that elbow, but he is we caught a break. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.
How do you get close to, that as well, or?
What?
Right,
Yes.
get close as well?
All right, guys, we're gonna have Andrew Carr up, or I'm sorry, Tyree will be first. I'm gonna go get Andrew Carr in a second. You guys want to open it up for questions for Tyree? Cameras, you all good in the back?
How you doing?
Eddie, Brian, you guys okay? All right, we'll open it up for Tyree.
How much better physically are you feeling today versus the last time you played? How big was the break?
Way better because I was dealing, with a little ankle problem, going into Rutgers in the last game. But the little break helped me get the recovery, that I needed, and we came back fresh and came back ready to play.
The three from straight away with the game. How big was that shot? And how good it feels to kind of see that as kind of shot clock down?
I feel good. We work on that all the time, especially in practice. And, my teammates, they allow me to shoot. They had they got the trust in me, to make the big time shots and the big time plays and everything. So it felt good.
Interesting late in the game when you guys took the ball around, got a couple forwards to extend that last possession. Damari got a hold of the ball, and it looked like he looked towards you, was about to pass you the ball, but then he didn't, and he got fouled. What was going on there, Tyler?
He said he thought I was back court. That's why he didn't throw it. But I wasn't. I was totally fine with the foul. And he made the 2 free throws. That's all we needed.
What were we seeing with their defense and able to score so many points?
I'm sorry.
What were you able to take advantage of with their defense? Able to score so much.
How much they help. They're like a very help oriented team. So we wanted to take advantage of the skips, late rolls, and everything like that, and just putting them in different rotations throughout the game.
It's a team that only allows opponents to get to the foul stripe like 12 times a game. You guys went to the foul stripe 26 times. What was the key to getting those free shots?
Physicality, because Coach told us, we're 1-2, and against our, tough opponents and physical teams. So, we weren't trying to make it 1-3. So we just had to play physical, and I think we did that the whole game.
With the wins against, you mentioned the 1 and 2. Now you got the wins back to back against Duke and Virginia. Calendar flips to 23 tomorrow. How prepared do you feel for the rest of the ACC?
We feel great, take it one game at a time. Coach always tells us how how we gonna handle success, because we was having a lot of success, early in the year, and then we dropped like 2-3 straight. So we just have to keep responding and come with the right approach.
And kind of the same question to you, but stepping up to this level of competition in the ACC, is it about as physical as you thought it would be in the ACC, or how have those expectations met reality?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely a bigger step of physicality, and that's one thing that gives you an advantage in this game. Is like you could have all the skills, but if you're not strong enough to be able to get to your spots, like it will never work. So I think coming into the ACC, it was definitely a big thing to try and be physical, and as a team that needs to be, as one of our that's our identity. We always talk about being gritty, grimy, tough, and together. So that's something that we try to stick to and live by for every game. That's how we're going to win a lot of games in the ACC, because it's definitely a tough league.
Maybe you had a couple key offensive rebounds there in the last minute. What do you remember about those?
Yeah, it's something we talk about all the time too, just having the proper offensive rebounding path, because it sets you up to get back on defense, and you're able to kind of slow their break as well. But especially in those, like in the last couple of minutes of games, like that's where it's won and lost. And I think in those extra couple of possessions, Matt obviously did a great job, had to tip out the possession before, and then I was able to kind of reach up, tip it, Cam tipped it around, and we kind of got the 50-50 balls at the end of the game, which, that possession really won us the game, and we were able, Damari stepped up, knocked down some free throws, but those are, like I said, those are the plays that win you games. So
what helped you overall be as a team so effective on the boards today?
I think we were just hungry. We haven't played in 11 days, I guess it is, right? So we were itching to get out there and really ready to play, tough, physical, and we're hungry.
Andrew, you guys did a lot of good things defensively, but at the same time had a difficult time keeping Justin Mutz under control. What is it that makes him so difficult to guard?
Yeah, he's a great player. He's like super shifty, gets the extra pivots all the time, and he's super composed down around the rim, so he's able to kind of to finish around the rim really successfully. But then also you saw him most of the game, he's bringing the ball up as well. So he's got the versatility, and he's pretty fast, and he was kind of, we treat him as their 5-man. So had Matt on him all game, but he's a good player, and yeah, you got to do a great job trying to keep him out of the paint. So
With 1 minute to go, you guys had the ball. Obviously, the plan wasn't to hit 2 free throws with 6 seconds to go. What were you guys wanting to do? Obviously, you were winding clock all the way down at the clock. What was the goal?
Just get a good shot, get it up on the rim, and if we make it, that's good. If we not, get the offensive rebound. But just slow down, the possession, no careless turnovers, no lob ball turnovers, and just get a good shot.
Was there already talk in the timeout prior to that about what you do defensively, whether you hit or don't connect on the shot?
Oh yeah, coach. They are always about 2-3 steps ahead. So we already knew what we was gonna do once we scored and everything like that.
And the biggest thing there is like we still got the lead, so that's something that they always try to make sure we know. It's like we don't need to panic on defense or do anything crazy. Like we still have the lead, play solid on and get a stop like we have been. So
That's all good.
I think Steve described that he pulled that from you guys. So what are you guys going to do for tonight? Any New Year's plans?
And I'm gonna be with my parents. My parents came down here to see me, so I'm gonna be with my parents and get in the gym tomorrow. That's the plan.
yep, you got a bunch of family here, able to come for the holidays, so I get to spend some time with them. And I'm 20, so I'm not drinking.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Steve will be in any seconds.
Hey, see, I'm going out.
Where?
Yeah, me too.
No, it's my gift.
Hey guys, Coach Fortune, start opening statement and open up for questions.
Really proud of my team. I challenged them all week about we were 1-2 in tough guy games. We beat Wisconsin on the road. We lost at Clemson. We lost at Rutgers. I knew Virginia Tech, obviously one of the toughest teams in the league, really well coached. And so I thought we really first of all, did a good job of handling the physicality of the game. We didn't, against Clemson, we took bad shots, were really turnovers. And against Rutgers, we just turned it over. And so today, we only had how many turnovers? 7. And I bet we took maybe 1-2 bad shots. That's it. And so I think that adds up. Plus, we got a lot of the 50-50 balls late. Got a bunch of offensive rebounds that kept more possessions. And I thought that, when Davian made some really big shots when we needed it, Ty came off the ball. We had some good stuff in there. We put that in this week that got that, him those looks. We did a really good job of making 11 threes against them. One of the things with Matt, this is, they're worried about the roll, obviously. So we go single side tag on them, which means it's single side over there on the roll, and they got to guard it. And so then that gives us lane line skip. And I think we probably got a lot of skips off the midline, and we made them. And so credit to our players. It's a good win. I think a lot of Virginia Tech, I think they had a really nice team. They're going to win a lot of games. And so I think this will hold up to be a really good win for us. Questions?
Steve, it seemed like hitting threes, but also getting to the foul stripe.
Yeah.
Two pieces of this game.
Yeah.
How did you all get to, they only allow like 12 free throws a game. Y'all got there 20
Yeah.
times.
Well,
How did that happen?
I think Ty puts a lot of pressure on the rim. He's really good off that ball screen. He's aggressive. He comes off it with speed. Like a lot of guys come off it and they kind of hesitate. They kind of pick up their dribble. They slow down. Ty comes off trying to turn that corner, and that puts a lot of pressure on that big when they play like that, which they, he's going to see a lot of hedge or maybe blitz, whatever you want to call it. They weren't in a drop. And so that puts a lot of pressure on that big to move his feet. And he drew some fouls, that way. I think just driving the ball to the basket, he's just really, man, he's a durable kid. He's not the most physically, strong guy, but he's really durable and tough. And, to have 24.7 assists, 10 for 13 from the line. I mean, that's a big day against a really good player in Sean Padula, who's one of the most improved players in our league. Yeah. Oh, that's nothing, just competitiveness. Sean made a tough shot. I didn't say anything to him. My crack staff there thought he traveled. And so they were barking about travel, and he turned and I don't even know what he said. He just said something to the bench, and I said something back to him, and that was the end of it. I have the utmost respect for him. I mean, he's a great player and competitive like I am. And so get slapped on the wrist and you move on and go stand in the corner for a little bit. Oh, yeah.
He also said that in the handshake line, he wanted to say, that's really the message there. What does that mean to you, considering how far back you guys?
It means a lot. I respect him. I like a lot of people. I do. I don't try to burn bridges, but respect's something different. I respect him. It's not just because he's a really good coach. He's a good person. I respect his opinion, good and bad. And so he's told me before some things about my team that hurt my feelings, but they were true in the past. I'll keep that between him and me, but I like that. He knows that. I do the same to him. I said some things to him last year when they were going through a tough time that I thought would hopefully help him, and so I respect, see, to me, that's how basketball should be. I was raised in a time when, you played the game, and after the game, you went out and had a couple beers and some pizza with the other coach. That's how I started out in Iowa. And see, I'd like to do that with him. I went over there and sat down. We visited probably 20 minutes before the game started. I like the camaraderie of coaching. And so it's just not that way because I think the money changed a lot of things. But I respect that if he said that.
What do you think helped you guys be effective last game?
Well, we're big, and I think something we've been emphasizing a lot, we weren't good at it early, and again, I go back to that little short segment in practice where we put that bubble up there on the bubble on the rim. You can't make a shot and everything's a miss. And we do it every day. And we work on your path to rebound. Okay. And I think those guys are getting better at that. And one thing about going to the offensive glass, you may not always get them, but it forces the other team to box out, and then they can't run. Because if they run out, then we're getting the ball. So it really kind of helps your defensive transition too, in reality. And so I don't know, we pursued it hard, and we were fortunate to get those 50-50 balls, get two hands on it. I can't remember. I know the last play, it was right there. And Ty just threw a tough pass to Davian. And he was going to get a wide open shot, but he got it at his ankles. And credit to him, he didn't try to shoot it. Then he kicked it back to Cam. And yeah, it wasn't the best possession, but it's only because Ty just didn't deliver the pass on time, on target to Davian. But I think just emphasizing you are what you emphasize. And we've been trying to get better at that.
Steve, was that the first shot off that final minute sequence you're talking about? That was one of the questions. That was the
Second one.
You got the ball with a minute to go up to, what are you looking for?
Oh, I tell you, I know what we ran. This is true. We run that play 4 times against him and dunked it every time. Not just him, but Jay McCauley too, because they tag high on the roll. So we were holding that, and we cut the corner guy. The last time we ran that, Bo Hodges dunked it behind his back at Wofford in a big game. It was there. Now, I think somebody slid over there. The Ty didn't throw it high enough, I don't think. I kind of got a glimpse of it. I know exactly what we ran that out of the timeout. And we've done that many times against them. The second one was a play we had run all day. And basically, we just drug everybody across on Ty on the ball screen and throw it back to Davey. And those 2 or 3 threes that he hit, Ty just didn't deliver the pass. And so then, you got to go make a play.
You said that the last 3. Carolina coming up, would that classify as another one of those types of games?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, those guys were really good. I know, the record is the record right now, but last year, late in January, we beat them and they went to the Final Four. They went to the national championship. So, I'm not looking at that, and I also know coming off a loss that they'll be even more on edge, but they would be that way anyway, right? I mean, they have a great program. Hubert, man, finished first year, goes to national championship, up big. Yeah, it'll be a tough environment for us, but we'll go down there and compete, and play hard. And we've been on the road, man. We've been to Wisconsin, we've been to Clemson, we've been to Rutgers. I mean, we've been in some places, so we'll be ready. The president of the NJCA was here today, Dr. Chris Parker. They used to have their headquarters in Colorado Springs, but they moved it to Charlotte. So he was my guest today at the game. And, he gave me one of these little hats for, representing JUCO here. There we go. All right. So I thought that was nice of him. And he's a good friend. We had a lot of people here today from Knoxville, Johnson City, a lot of good friends. And, I told the team, we had a good Christmas gift. Now we got a good New Year's gift.
It was to see Davey and get on track.
It was great. But he's been practicing like that too, and Davian's had his moments in those kind of games where he's played well and he hasn't. And I thought today he played really well. He stayed with it. He shot an air ball in the first half, which shocked me, and that's just not what he does. But got to give him credit in the second half, man. I think he made 2 or 3 in a row there at one point that really kind of blew it open. I thought we kind of blew an opportunity. We had a 3-on-1. We didn't convert. Could have went double digits. We missed some free throws. We missed 2 wide open threes, and we just let them back in the game. And Mutts, we got extended. See, everybody gets caught up in the 3 ball, but it's really the shots in the lane in the restricted area. And we got too extended late. Now Mutts starts driving it in there. We're not stripping and ripping him, and he's good off the bounce. But I thought a big key today was, for the most part, to the end, we had Matt guarding him we played him like a 5. We put Andrew on Basili like he was the 4. And I thought that really helped us for the most part of the game.
Mari did some good things, took a couple of shots that maybe you might not have liked, but then he gets that rebound at the end.
Yeah.
Has maybe a chance to get it to tie, but holds on to it, gets fouled, hits a couple of shots. How good is that for his confidence?
I thought it was great for his confidence. I was on the verge of not being happy because I told you before, Cam, we threw it into Cam the one time when we couldn't have thrown it to Ty at Wisconsin. But I think he was going to, and I think he got a little like, oh man, I don't want to turn it over either. You know what I mean? You turn it over right there and it's a long dunk and a layup. So I had a lot of confidence that he would make it. We were going to foul if it was a 3-point game. We were ready to go, told the refs. But You know, he made them both and didn't have to.
Anything else for coach?
All right.
Thank you guys.
Happy holidays. Whoops, I covered up that. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you got to re-say
I
everything.
don't know
you
how.
said.
I can't do it.
21-0 over Kentucky.